Good morning again, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And I'm going to tackle a very difficult question in this video, one that I'm confident I have arrived at the best possible answer for myself as far as my beliefs and wishes for people in general and my kids, should they go to school. That is the role of trans teachers. It's a big question. It's a big question because there are a lot of things to weigh in, obviously. There's the equal opportunity for trans people, there's the exposure that children should probably have, and the protection of trans kids, which would be reinforced and bolstered by having a representative in the staff and the school staff. But now here's the thing: we can agree, we can start with what we agree on. Everybody's in agreement, I'm sure, that any teacher should be a role model. They are, whether they choose to or not. They become one just by being a teacher, and children learn by example, of course. Monkey see, monkey do. So immediately there's a question of appearances and conduct, and this is the route I took to my answer for this question, which is, it makes no difference what the teacher's sexual orientation is, as long as it is not flamboyant to the point where it becomes the subject. That's not what they're there to learn, to be honest. The teacher's personal sexual preferences have no business in the class any more than any other teachers do. So here's your answer. If they are trans, that's no problem. If they are overtly trans, and if they're waging some war in the classroom to, recruit people to the trans army, okay, that's a whole different subject. That's a whole different subject. If they just happen to be trans and they're teaching the subjects that the other teachers are teaching, the heterosexual teachers, and they're not setting some, ridiculous example and influencing people unduly. So here's the word: unduly, reasonably, staying with the purpose of the role of a teacher, serving the purpose of being a teacher, not just to influence people towards your own personal preferences, but to objectively give them a rounded education, right? That's the point of it. A rounded education, to see all sides of a subject fairly and equally without undue preference influencing, right? Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So the question finally, and in conclusion, is, how are they doing it? Not just what are they doing, not just the fact that they're trans, but the whole picture, the big picture, which is, who, where, when, how, and why, in addition to what. That's my answer, and I think it's the best answer you're going to hear, honestly. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.